This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events. And there is a big event. If you're interested in backyard beauty and you're maybe a gardener or interested in learning more about gardening, there are some gardeners in Central Texas who've gone the extra mile, and that's they've put in a water feature. They put in a pond. And I have Ron Haft here with us. He's the Pond Tour Committee Chairman for the Heart of Texas Water Gardens and Pond Society. It's good to have you back because we were talking about this last year, right?
Yeah, last year and a couple of years before that, too.
I know we've been talking about pond. We do not have a pond. We have a little fountain. You know, and it's just nice in your backyard to have that sound of water.
Yeah, actually, we have a disappearing fountain on the tour this year.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, it's a water fountain that looks like it's just setting in the ground. It's on gravel, and then underneath the gravel is a catch basin, so the water's constantly coming out of it and just disappearing.
Oh.
And it sets in a rock garden that's built up with native pollinator plants. So it's a little different this year. We've got that, and we also have a fountain that one of our members has built. He's in Woodway, Hewitt. I forget which exactly, but he's got a fountain in his backyard. It has 11 jets in it. There are 3 in the middle, surrounded by 8, and each jet has a ring of lights, colored lights around it.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's computer controlled. He's got it programmed to music, so we have our own little Bellagio on tour.
Wow, yeah, the dancing waters. Yeah. Well, and this is all coming up next weekend. It will be the weekend of the 7th and 8th.
7th and 8th, yes.
Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And so how do you find out the names of the locations, and how do you get tickets?
Well, take them in reverse order. There's no need for tickets. It's a free event.
Okay, great.
So anybody can come. We do accept donations, and everything we collect will go to the Lake Waco Wetlands Education Center, which is sort of our pet project for the last 8 years at least that I know of.
That's great.
So we donate all the money we collect, plus we add some from the club members to support programs out there. We have a website. It's Heart of Texas Water Garden Pond Society.com, or just go to HOTWGPS.com, and I think they call it an alias. It switches over to the full name, and on that website, there's a pond tour tab, and following that tab, there's a picture of every pond on tour. There's 16 of them.
Wow.
There's a description, there's directions, and there's also a map with pins dropped where all the ponds are. So if somebody wants to just see the ponds up in the China Springs area, they show up, where each pond is.
You can be more targeted.
Right, because some people can't get to all 16 of them.
Oh, man, but
darn it.
You would want to try. That's for sure.
We've had people go to every pond every year, or not every year, every pond that particular year.
Because I've had a chance to tour yours when we came and shot some video at your house. You've got a big pond.
It's
so how's it going there?
Bigger than average.
Are you on the tour this year?
Yeah.
You are? Okay, good.
Yeah, I got to be.
Kind of goes with the job, right?
It's grown a little bit. In fact, I'm thinking of stopping back by Tractor Supply on the way home and get a couple more stock tanks. I've got too many water lilies. I've been giving them away. I got rid of a bunch of them with the Waco area gardeners. I invited them out last weekend before last, and gave away water plants and
good.
Agaves and some ficus trees and banana plants. And the darn things multiply.
Well, that's the thing. And they cost money if you're going to buy. So that's the beauty of these societies and enthusiasts who are able to kind of come together and collaborate and talk about what they enjoy doing. What got you interested, Ron, in doing this?
I I don't remember the exact thought process when I started, but I've always liked, from the time I was a little kid, digging holes in the ground. And in fact, I was out in the front yard yesterday making some ditches to drain the driveway and things. And, every little kid loves to do hydraulic engineering and either build a dam or dig a ditch to drain a mud puddle. And I just put a small one in about 25 years ago. The first one is just a little hole in the ground with a rubber liner. We call them rubber. It's EPDM. It's almost like inner tube material. It's ethylene propylene diene monomer. It's really cool stuff. And
but it lasts a long time. Is the bottom line.
Yeah, they're most of them. The 45 mil, I think, are guaranteed for 20 or 25 years generally.
Have you had to replace yours?
I haven't had to yet. I did once because I made one of my ponds bigger. But I do worry about it. Partly because I also grow a lot of bamboo, and bamboo grows through everything. Oh. I had some come up through a bag of compost earlier this year, just straight up through it. Last year I had one go through a pallet I had in my carport, so
yeah,
I worry about that. But so far it hasn't happened.
Yeah, so is there just a lot of knowledge you need to acquire before you decide to put a water feature like this in your yard, or can you talk to somebody? Can you go to YouTube?
Yeah, you can go to YouTube.
There's plenty. You can learn anything.
Everything's on YouTube. Or, join our club and talk to people that have done it. Our meetings about half of our meetings are at someone's home, so you can see what they've done.
Right. How many people involved? How many are in your group?
It's about 60 or 70
really?
Now. We've had meetings where 30 people show up, although it's a lot of couples.
Sure.
And so, but 25 to 30, 35 people at a meeting is not unusual.
Yeah. Well, anybody who knows anything about gardening knows that it's really important to have something like this just for the environment, just for the critters that it attracts. Of course, I think of water in a backyard, and I think of mosquitoes. So how do you handle that?
Well,
or is it a problem?
It's not, but you have to handle it. The ponds, I have basically 2 big ponds, but then I've got a bog and I've got a bunch of water lily tubs. They're all connected, so the water's constantly flowing through all of those. But then where I grow water lilies, they're in small tanks about the size of this table here. Mm-hmm. And it's still water, so it would get full of mosquitoes if I let it. There are ways to control the mosquitoes with mosquito dunks and chemicals, but a lot of us, what we do is we keep a fish called a gambusia. It's a mosquito fish. It's about like a guppy. It's a little.
Oh, it's a little.
It's a little bitty fish. A big one would be 1.5 to 2 inches long.
Really?
And
where do you get those?
Well, you come to my house and I give them to you.
You got plenty, huh?
Yeah, if you've got 2 or 3, you'll have 1,000.
Okay, and that's good.
They're very prolific. They eat everything in sight.
Well, and I guess you're also attracting animals like, frogs and things like that. So they eat.
Yeah, the frogs will get some of them, but mainly the mosquitoes are controlled by fish primarily.
Okay.
And, of course, we've got a lot of dragonflies, and a dragonfly nymph, when they're in the water, they eat mosquito larvae. And there's other animals that do, but it's mostly the fish and the dragonflies that control them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that if you see dragonflies in your yard or around, that means things are healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, and if the thing I always have to be careful of is because I've got so many plants and pots and water lilies, it seems like there's always a bucket sitting somewhere that got rain in it, and I forgot about it. Yeah. So we have a few mosquitoes, but not bad at all.
Yeah, well, this is a great family event. Of course, children, like you say, they're attracted.
Yeah, who doesn't like frogs and fish and
frogs
flowers?
And fish and critters and just a beautiful feature like a pond. So how can folks get involved? Again, they just go to your website if maybe they're interested in coming to a meeting. And how often do you meet?
We meet once a month, except for December. We meet the third Tuesday at 6:30. And there's on our website, there's a membership form, too,
Okay.
if people want to join, which is a really good deal because we also have plant exchanges. And almost all the water lilies I've got came from other members,
Yeah.
which is why I give them away. I got them for free.
Yeah.
But the membership, I think, is $30 for a family per year. And if you get one water lily from somebody, that's $30
That's
right there.
sure that's gonna pay. And of course, it's like roses. There's so many different kinds of why. There's some that are as big as that tabletop,
Yeah.
and you have to have a very big pond for that. But also the flowers. I mean, and again, to have that plant life in your pond is pretty important.
Yeah, and it's there's different kind of plants you can grow. I've got a lot of water lilies, but I don't put them in my big pond because I've got big koi in there. And koi are, some people call them pond pigs, and that's what they are. They just, if you put a pot of a water lily in with them, unless you've got it covered with really big rocks, they just dig it up and they wallow in the mud and pull it out and
Really?
start eating it. So I don't grow water lilies where I have koi.
Okay. And of course, they're beautiful to see as well. I mean, it's all part of the enjoyment of having a pond. Well, again, your event, it's free to the public, and it's 10 to 4, or the hours, right, on Saturday and Sunday, June 7th and 8th.
Yes, but be sure to check the website because those are the basic hours, but some of the ponds aren't open on Sunday.
Okay.
So
Yeah, folks going to church, so forth. Yeah, I got you.
And then the fountain with the dancing waters and stuff, that's only Saturday night.
Well, the whole idea is to see it in the
It
evening.
wouldn't be any fun in the daytime.
Oh, absolutely. Well, this is wonderful, Ron, and I appreciate the effort that you put into this and what I know you mean to the Heart of Texas Pond Society and your wonderful group of fellow enthusiasts.
There's everybody's got their own version of how a pond should be.
Yeah.
Some of them are more fish, some are more plants, some are pretty formal, some are.
It could be a basin. It could be
A
simple
couple of our people
as,
have a big stock tank, and they got flowers in it and some fish and a little fountain, and they like it.
Yeah.
And I should mention too, this year, our sponsor, we have a corporate sponsor, bless their hearts. It's Webb's Water Gardens, and they've gave us some money to cover the printing of our posters and flyers.
That's great.
But this year they've also created a special coupon for our members and people who go on the tour for a 10% discount on anything you buy from websonline.com. And the code is HEART10. And I hope everybody will get a chance to use it because they sell everything from fish food to water plants to pond liners. There's a few things that aren't covered by the discount, and I think like a pond liner might be one because I think they ship directly from the factory. But most of the stuff that we all buy from there, they give us 10% discount now.
Yeah. So this is just an online presence, or do they have a brick and mortar store?
Well, they do, but it's in Maryland.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, and it's wonderful because they see the value, obviously, in what you're doing here in Central Texas with this wonderful pond tour. Yeah, it's going to be. We'll be checking some of these. I don't know that we can get to all of the locations, but I sure would like to see some. And it's something that's kind of in the back of my mind. We need to do some sort of a permanent water feature.
Well, we also have members that do that. I mean, as a living, we
So
we
they
help
can-
each other, but
Right.
We have a couple members that design, build,
professionals
and
at this.
install, maintain, and repair ponds.
Okay. All right. One-stop shop sounds like. Ron, thank you so much. It's
Thank you.
going to be great. Going to be a great event. Glad to have you with us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.